In this video, you will discover the 5 mistakes you are making with men and what to do about it. Hi, I'm Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man Method. And if you're new, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel so you get new videos coming your way. Now let's go ahead and dive right in. Mistake number 5 is waiting for him to call. So of course, maybe you all think about he's just not that into you. Remember Gigi, right? Like, who was sitting next to the phone, waiting, like putting her whole life on hold, waiting for him to call and not really having her own life, right? Like, she has nothing else to do, right? She's totally adjusting to him calling. And so this is, of course, there's so many things that create so much anxiety inside of yourself. You're giving all your power away, and somehow intuitively he can feel that, and so he's even less likely to call. Also, the other reason why you don't want to do that is because when he then finally calls, 2 things are going to happen. Either you're going to be super needy, right? And you're super like, oh, you finally called. I missed you so much. You're so amazing. Or you're going to be resentful because you've given all your power away and you're trying to get your power back, right? You're like, well, who do you think you are? You know, you're finally giving yourself the honor to call me. So there will be like a little bit of a passive aggressive undertone that comes with that when he finally calls. Here's what you want to do instead. Have a good time with your girlfriends. Distract yourself, right? Do things that bring you fun, that make you happy, right? And worst case, also don't just like wait for one guy to call, right? Like, talk to other men as well. Don't just focus on one man. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Another thing that you could also do is actually focus on what this creates for you. So instead of wanting to close the loop, right, in order to you're getting the outcome that you desire to have, like, what you want to do instead is actually focusing on the uncomfort and on the shame itself, and use that as an opening for you to become more available for the right man for you. Mistake number 4 is being other focused. Now, what happens so often, if we learned in our childhood that we didn't get our needs met, one strategy that we developed is being other focused. So here's the idea. So I don't get my needs met, but I'm going to make sure that your needs are being met. At least someone's needs are being met, right? Something is right in this world, and somehow I'm going to create a strategy so I can live vicariously through your met need, right? And of course, there's also this, like, you know, I give to get kind of energy as well. Now, you don't want to do that. This is for 2 reasons. For one, you strengthen the energy, moving away from you, self to other, right? So you're happy to serve, you're happy to give all your power away, very similar to the first mistake I mentioned. But number 2 is you want to actually strengthen being self-focused, and you want to actually learn to feel safe to be self-focused, right? And then when you're self-focused, a man can actually appreciate that because he feels like, oh, the weight is not just on me, right? The expectation is not just on me, but she's also honoring herself, right? So it actually feels also safer for a man when a woman focuses on herself, right? One man who was a very successful entrepreneur said it best: I'll treat you like a queen, but you have to know that you are one, right? So when you become self-focused, that means actually you know that you are a queen. You know that you are the prize that the man has to appreciate and fight for. Mistake number 3 is adjusting to a man's timeline. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen women completely shift their schedules around for a man. For example, let's say they had their yoga class every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Now, the man is texting her and saying, hey, are you available tonight for happy hour? And she happily throws all of her agenda out of the window to adjust to the man's timeline, right? Like, he wanted to meet her for the happy hour. And before you know it, right, she also starts to cancel cocktail nights with her girlfriends because the only night he's available is Friday, and Friday used to be girls' night, but now that's not going to happen anymore again, right? So you're losing yourself more and more, and you're actually building a lack of self-trust, and finally also like trust from a man, because he can actually tell when you're leaving yourself. A man can tell when you start to abandon yourself. You see, when women come to me and say, this man abandoned me, right? I'm like, well, I have one questions to ask you. I'm curious. When did you start abandoning yourself? That's right. And this may be a little tough to hear, right? But you really want to see, okay, when did I stop going to yoga class? When did I start canceling on my girlfriends so I can go on that weekend trip with this guy that I just met, and then I don't even know if it's the right person, but I just like started giving all my power away and adjusting to his timeline. Here's what you want to do instead. Well, again, he's inviting you to happy hour, and you said like, I'd love to go, but I do have my yoga class at 5 p.m. I guarantee you there will be other times that he's available. He will make himself available because he's becoming more attracted. He's saying, wow, this is a woman who's holding her own. Good for her, right? Especially if it's like an attractive man who's used to getting what he wants. If he actually doesn't get what he wants, right? I have a funny story about that. When I was dating this guy 11 years ago, and he was like, hey, let's go on a sailing trip. And it was a Sunday afternoon after church, right? And it was like this, every woman would be excited to go on this adventure together. And I said, I actually need to spend an Antia time by myself or with a girlfriend, right? And so that was really unexpected for him because like handsome, attractive, has his own boat and so on. It's the middle of the summer in California, right? So it was so interesting because he started becoming so attracted to me. I mean, he called me and he texted me and he pursued me because I actually learned to stick to my own agenda versus adjusting to a man's agenda. Mistake number 2 is pretending to be someone that you're simply not. Okay, this is actually super important. So let's say you're not a sports fan. Don't pretend you're a sports fan, right? Don't pretend like out of the sudden you're an expert in golfing if you have zero interested in that, right? Or if your man is into finances, like don't pretend that out of the sudden you're like a finance genius, right? And you know everything about it. Or maybe you don't exercise and your man exercises, right? And out of the sudden you're the well-versed like athlete and you know everything about muscles and nutrition, even though you have no interest in that. I see this all the time that women start to go to events where they think they're going to meet quality men, but actually the event itself, they have like a zero interest in. Don't pretend to be someone that you're not, because it's going to do 2 things. For one, he's going to think that you are a certain way, that you are a certain person, and he's going to be so thrown off when he finds out that you have no interest in that. For 2, he's also not going to trust you because he's actually going to say, interesting. So she's turning herself into a pretzel, right? She's already trying to be somebody that she's not. And because that actually means she's putting me on a pedestal. She's willing to sell out on herself, and he's going to lose so much respect for you. Here's what you want to do instead. Now, you can joke around with this a little bit and have fun with it and say like, you know what, like, sports is not so much my thing, or I'm not really a gamer, or I'm not really so much into politics, but hey, how about we talk about this? So authenticity goes such a long way. Look, this guy is not interested in you because you're interested in politics, right? He's interested in you because of you. Like you caught his interest for a reason. So go ahead and trust that. And finally, mistake number 1 is it's a little precarious, but don't have sex too soon. This goes a little bit along with the men's agenda we just talked about. Because what I also see so many women do is, right, like thinking, well, he already invited me for dinner and he already, brought me flowers and chocolate and he already picked me up. And there's sort of like this feeling that I owe him something. Right? And so then what happens is you get intimate too fast. And unfortunately, it's not matched up with the emotional intimacy, with the energetic intimacy, and even intellectually being able to comprehend it. And then what starts to happen is your system actually starts to feel less safe, right? Because you've given so much of your power away, right? And you really feel like you owe him something. You don't feel safe in your body. And now on top of that, you're also attached, right? Because especially if you have an orgasm in that interaction, right? You actually get bonded to him, like through oxytocin, up to 30 days, right? So girlfriend, you don't want to do that because you're going to go crazy. You're going to go anxious. You become needy. You start giving even more of your power away. Here's what you want to do instead. For one, you really want to adopt the mindset that you don't owe anybody anything. If he picks you up, that's his choice. If he gives you flowers, that's his choice. If he invites you to a 5-star restaurant, that's his choice. And trust that your presence, right, you expressing who you really are, your true nature is enough of a gift. Your presence is enough of a gift to him to justify the investment he made in you. And trust me, the right man will wait for you, right? Like he will wait and he will actually respect you, because when a man is looking for a wife, like he totally doesn't expect to get laid on the first, second or third date, right? He's actually like, yeah, I know she's going to be something long-term. I'm willing to invest, because he sees that you trust yourself, you honor yourself, and then he trusts and honors you. So if you like this video, I invite you to take my free playlist course right below this video on how to make a quality man chase you. And also don't forget to hop on over to magnetizeyourman.com to take my free Magnetize Your Man quiz, where you get personalized dating strategy just for you, so you attract that right man for you. Ladies, this is it for today. Much love to you. I'll talk to you soon.